What you waiting for? It's time. Time for love. It's time. Time for the sun and sand. It's time. Time for fun. It's time. It's time. It's time to let your hair down. Come on. Come on. Come on. To have no fear. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's time. What you waiting for? It's time. 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 What you waiting for?
Yes, indeedy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Merv Britto Show. My name is Merv Britto, and it is so lovely to have you join us on this beautiful Narakasur Eve, the eve of Diwali. It's actually Narakasur today.
Yeah, Narakasur evening, yes.
Thank you so much for joining us on the show. As we always do, we start the show off with a warm welcome and a thank you to all of those people that make this happen. It takes a lot of people that have to do a lot of work to make this happen and come together. So I'm going to start off with the people in the studio before we get into all the wishes and the celebrations, and it's going to be loud today because I can hear the speakers out there already.
We're competing with their music outside.
Yeah, we're going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Ajoy Barreto.
Hey guys, can you make out the difference between the real Narakasur and Merv?
I know, I knew somebody was going to say that.
We thought you were going to say it was your alter ego.
Yeah.
Before anybody wants to say anything smart ass, this is Merv Britto. That's Yusuf Mataji. Which hand am I going to? I mean, Narakasur, sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Wilbert Cardozo.
Hello everyone.
That's it. Hello everyone. Happy Diwali. No, nothing?
Diwali Valere.
Yes. We're celebrating Narakasur today. Ladies and gentlemen, in the studio with no microphone, a very handsome, he always smells lovely, the one and only Mr. Neil Rodrigues. Hey, Neil.
Hey, guys.
Yeah. We've got Beauty and the Beast. I'm going to introduce the beauty first. My beautiful wife, the one and only Mrs. Joanne Britto, also known as the Wordsmith.
Hello, everybody. Good evening.
The Wordinator.
Great to be back. Wordinator, is that what you're calling me?
Yes.
My fashion consultant.
Oh, it's great to be back. And obviously, we're welcoming back a lot of our customers who are coming back for the Goa season. So we're welcoming all of them back as well, which is fabulous.
Yes.
It's good to have you back.
And last but definitely not the least, he gets the roundest loud of applause. A loudest round of applause. The Narakasur himself, the diva, the one and only Mr. Yusuf Mataji.
Hey, what's up everyone? That is a very weird intro and very excited to be here for the Merv Britto podcast.
Wow.
First of all, can somebody explain to him, he's our senior editor. It's called the Merv Britto Show.
The Merv Britto Show!
Yeah, baby. Hey, Yusuf, come here. Let's see the difference. Let's see the difference of you and Narakasur. That's Yusuf Mataji.
Oh, it's hard to tell the difference.
What's up, guys?
There you go.
Oh my gosh. Narakasur is gone home now.
Give me those shades. I want to put those shades on. Give me those shades. Let me have those shades. I'm going to do Yusuf Mataji on the air, baby.
What do you mean, do him?
Not do him.
What does that mean?
Do him. By the way, I'm getting confused with my hands.
You're looking like Stevie Wonder now.
This is the Narakasur. That was Yusuf Mataji, not to be confused. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this. We have a lot of fun. We have a good laugh. We do the show every weekend live from Goa. I meet a lot of people, by the way, guys, in the studio. I meet a lot of people, and you won't believe the number of people tell me they're enjoying the show. And I've actually had one guy on Wednesday said to me, Merv, it's not live.
Hey, how did he say
He
that?
said the show's edited. He said there's no way you're doing this live. He said there's teleprompter. You got
Call him.
I
Call him
promise
now.
you.
Call him now.
If he's watching this now, he knows exactly. And I said, dude, you can tell. Sorry, I put things his way. Thank you, brother. We do the show live from Goa. We have a passion for this place we call home. And for that reason, we do the show every Sunday evening at 6 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. We do this every week. Saying thanks and wishing everybody for Narakasur and Diwali tomorrow. My extended family, there's a couple of people that also help out, and I don't give them enough credit. And I always appreciate what they do, because they help us put this all together. I'm going to go in no specific order. I want to thank the lovely Shobha Kolkar, who is somebody that keeps this place looking spick and span and shiny, makes the loveliest teas. Would you not agree?
Yes, I just told her that she's the most important person in this whole process, because without those teas coming, no work would be done.
Shobha Kolkar, happy Diwali. We want to wish...
Are Baba, English tang naka. You speak in Konkani mare.
Shobha Kolkar, tuka... Devbore kore na mare. Falya Diwali hamare taka wish kore zai. Okay, rare matsora 1 minute ra. We also want to take this opportunity to thank Shantaram Shetgaonkar, Yogesh Naik, and Mr. Beam Singh Rathod. I'm wishing you all for Diwali in advance. Shantaram, you do a lot for me, brother, and I really appreciate it. He is the deputy sarpanch of Sukur. He's going to laugh when I say this. Baba, he's my right-hand man. He's my brother. Shantaram, I thank you for everything you do to help out here in the studio with all the welding and all the screens, green screens. Baba, I couldn't do this without you. You, Beam Singh and Yogesh, thank you for all you do to help. We couldn't put this IT together without my main man, the big boss, the GM of Merv Enterprises and Infinite, who runs the show, who's currently celebrating with his wife
and family
in Haridwar. No, they're in Dehradun.
Yeah.
Amit Kashyap, Shurbi Kashyap, Arnav Kashyap, and Ronak Kashyap, wherever you guys are. And if you're watching, your dad is a rock star. He's a rock that helps me with all the IT and making it all work. I appreciate it. And a happy Diwali. We're going to wish people for Diwali at the end.
Indeed,
I want to say
happy
thank
and
you.
peaceful times.
Shush up. Shush up. You don't really.
You shush up.
You shut.
I didn't say shush up. Did I say shush up?
I'm saying
Amit Kashyap.
I know.
Shurbi, Ronak, and Arnav.
And I'm saying shush up.
Okay. The Kashyaps, wherever they are. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, it takes a village. It takes an army to put this all together. And these guys do such a brilliant job. They're behind the scenes and they don't get enough credit. And I just wanted to take the opportunity. This is my extended family. On the eve of Diwali, I wanted to say thank you. And I really appreciate everything you guys do.
By the way, Nisha Kashyap says we're watching.
Oh, how
all of them are watching, in fact.
How nice.
And Nisha Kashyap. Coincidence. Because
she says, yes, we are watching. Arnav Kashyap and Ronak Kashyap are watching as well.
So that is should
fantastic.
Be. Well, they are watching.
And guys, I was just joking about the shush up, yeah?
It was that you meaning shut.
Yeah. I'm just
shut. Well, we're just about to go live on air.
We're going to be doing this show, ladies and gentlemen. We are an interactive show that we do every week, and you can get in touch with us live on the air. You can send us a message, leave us a comment, call us, video. Whenever he gets to it, and it's called the screen to action. He's got too many things on his hand, the lovely Wilbert. We are on multiple social media platforms. Wherever you get your social media, check us out. The Merv Britto Show on Insta, X, Facebook, and my most favorite one. We're going to call some people. We're going to have somebody call us today, like we mentioned in the promos. We call somebody, no. Give us a call, 750-7246-246. Come on live on the air, whether you're on video or you just want to be heard. Get in touch with us. As I've also mentioned, this show is a weekly show, but it's more about highlighting the great stuff that we have in this place we call home that we love so much. So people anywhere around the world, if you're watching and you'd like to wish somebody, you'd like to congratulate somebody, you'd like to say something nice, you'd like to make a comment or make us aware of something about to happen, an event or festival or a greeting, give us a call, 750-7246-246. It's also flashing up below the screen. It's on the bottom of your screen throughout the show. You can see all these links. Get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you. We're going to be talking about several topics this week. which we would love you to be involved with. We're going to jump right into it. You mentioned a lot of tourists that are coming back to Goa right now, Joanne.
Yes, absolutely. So a lot of our customers who take the internet from us, they come back for like 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months for the year. And so a lot of them are coming back now. So the charters, I don't think the charters have started, but there's a lot of people who had direct flights that were coming through the Middle East and stuff like that, and maybe
any Diwali specials, guys?
These are a lot of European. These are a lot of European people. By the way, I got all my wishes out. Do you guys want to wish anybody? You can mention it now. Yeah.
I would say firstly, can we say Happy Narakasur? Make sure it's happy, man. I travel all the way from Panjim to Para, where our studio is, and man, it was loud. It was very loud.
It always is, isn't it?
It is, but yeah, just be careful tonight. Have fun, be safe, and I look forward to having Diwali tomorrow also.
Can I say this? And I love to celebrate both Narakasur. I used to get so excited as a kid when we'd go and drive around and see all the Narakasurs before they got burned. And they had contests and competitions, and it was great. It was brilliant because it was a fun time, but it's gotten more and more dangerous. It's gotten more and more commercial, should I say?
Definitely commercial, yeah.
Fireworks, everybody's trying to outdo each other, the sound and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But one thing that bothers me, I'm a big pet lover. I love horses, I love elephants, monkeys, and I love my dogs. During Narakasur and Diwali, it really bothers me because of the fireworks.
Even New Year's, for example, I think it should be.
New Year's.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not saying don't celebrate, but I'm not even trying to be a tree hugger or environmentally friendly. I'm just saying your pets are out there, and there's stray dogs, and there's cats and all kinds of animals that really get affected during this time of year, and it's sad. So just be a little bit aware of that, and if you've got dogs, bring them in, lock them up, because it's a tough time for
they get
for
scared and run off.
I've lost a couple of pets in Saligan where they've run on onto the hill, and we've never seen the dogs again, and it really bothers me. So celebrate, be careful, have a great time. Just get home to your loved ones. We're going to get into one of the topics we wanted to talk about. Speaking of people coming back to Goa.
Yes. So obviously the shacks are a huge part of the tourist experience coming to Goa.
Mm-hmm. And the beaches.
Yeah, of course. So, that's a major part of people's holidays and trips and stays here. So they're the windows to Goa, really, a lot of the shacks.
I take my hats off to these guys because they've got a limited time to make their money.
Absolutely.
And they've got to jump through hoops. A lot of these guys have a lot of encumbrances, a lot of liabilities, a lot of money that they have to put out to put these shacks together for a very short period of time during the season, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
We've got how many months, Joanne? You've been coming here long enough.
Yeah, so obviously it's middle to end of October through till just after Easter or something, like April time, depending on how busy it is, how many tourists are still around. But obviously it's not just dependent on the European and Russian tourists as well. Obviously there's an awful lot more domestic tourism as well.
We've got people that come here to see some of these most beautiful beaches that we have. What we're talking about is the shacks. These guys put out restaurants and shacks on the beach to cater and take care of these people that want to eat and drink while they're enjoying themselves, and they've got a limited amount of time. Ajay, what is a shack?
So basically, essentially, as we know now, the government has initiated the licensing or permissions for shacks earlier this year, apparently. So it's a longer tourist season for these guys, for the shack owners. But the indications that are coming in now is that it hasn't started off well enough. The footfall isn't that good. That's what some reports are saying. But it's to be seen what it'll be like for the rest of the year, the tourist season, that is. But with the high fees and that the government was charging, and the fact there were some new regulations that they tried to implement, the shack owners were not very happy, as we will see.
It's not fair. You know what? They should be encouraging and helping. The tourism industry is massive. It is actually the goose that lays the golden egg every year for us. And we have seen a decline in tourism because it's become so hard and it's become so difficult to come and enjoy yourself here. I'd love to do something about it. I'd love to go out and film and speak to some. You know what I'd love to, Joanne? I'd love to take our microphone and a gimbal and a camera and go out there and interview some shack owners, some tourists, domestic and international tourists, and find out what the situation's like for them.
Absolutely. When you're saying situation, you're asking like how is business and what the experience is in the shacks as well for people who are coming and frequenting the shacks.
There are three sides to every story. There's side A, side B, and the truth. I'd love to speak to shack owners. I'd love to speak to tourists. But it's nice to have the tourists come back to Goa. But if you guys are going to try and cater and you want to help the local economy, our local people here in Goa, they've got to make these policies easier to manage, right?
So let's see what the shack owners are saying. They're saying that they rally against the problematic shack policy, cite steep hike in fees and harsh penalties. Let's read through this. At a meeting held in Benalim on Saturday to discuss a proposed sewage management plan, which I think is a good idea.
Yeah.
Shack owners from the Salsette coastal belt came down heavily on the tourism department for the problematic shack policy of 2023 and 2026. They have also secured an appointment with the Chief Minister Pramod Sawant on Monday to address their grievances regarding the policy. They also advocate for the continuation of the old policy, which they claim was functioning effectively. I'm trying to understand what their problem is. The shack owners criticize the inflated prices throughout the policy, including the increase in the security deposit to rupees 2 lakh and the higher fees for services such as bed placement.
Yeah.
They are also critical of the substantial penalties that could be imposed on them, particularly how penalties can accumulate if more than one violation occurs, and the severity of the consequences. So basically, they're against the hike in fees and the penalties. But I think the penalties are okay. If you are doing your business correctly, why should you have a problem?
Listen, in any industry, no matter what you do for business, you've got to pay your taxes. You've got to pay your share. You've got to be socially, morally conscious about what's happening and contribute. You've got to do your part.
Yeah.
But there is a limit, right? And the reason I mentioned three sides to every story, you've got to have a negotiation process where you're able to talk to the government agency, your tourism minister, your local agency that governs your industry. So, for example, the shack owners have to get together, form an association.
They have got an association.
Yeah, but I'm saying they negotiate these terms. It has to be a win-win situation. It's not for only the government to make money, but you've got to make money if you're going to be willing to work hard.
I think it's also asking for like even waiving of the license fee as well, because of the fact that a lot of the shack owners have had bad seasons following from the COVID-19 pandemic. And I think also rolled into that, there's also the subletting of shacks as well. And I believe that the fine for that, if you're caught, is risen from 10 lakhs to maybe 25 lakhs, supposedly.
Subletting.
Yes.
And I agree with that. What's the point of having, why should you apply for a license, get it to start a shack, and then give it to somebody else to run illegally?
I don't know about it. I don't know about all those details. We don't know enough about all that. The point I'm trying to make, Ajoy, is you're trying to help our local economy. At the same time, you want to help our local people. Full stop. Shack owners work hard. They have a limited time, like I mentioned, to be able to cater and make their money back. But there are also rules that need to be followed, and you need to adhere to and follow these rules. So if you come to the table and you negotiate these rules, lesser fees, whatever, you've got to follow the rules. Make sure people are not getting sick. Food poisoning, proper toilet, proper facilities.
Yes.
These beds and all the chairs and all that is trivial. It's not. It may be safety, but I'm saying to you, it's trivial. You want to have. Listen, it's being done all around the world. People go and travel to all these tourist destinations. They've got shacks and restaurants and beach beds and lifeguards and all this kind of stuff. Guys, come together. Come up with a set of rules, negotiate, come up with a sweet point that works both ways. It's not a money-making process for the government. It has to be a win-win.
Here's my suggestion.
Yeah, there's something.
Basically, if it's run by a Goan, who wants to make a living here in Goa, from his or her hard work, then the government should make every incentive for them to be successful.
Yeah.
Especially coming off the COVID years where people have suffered a lot. I understand that.
Yeah.
But if you're taking a shack and you're leasing it out for a huge amount, then I think the government has every right to make some money out of that, right?
Why? I'm just going to I'll give it to you 2 lakhs a month. You give it to I'm happy. No, I'm making money. I'm doing no work.
Yes.
That should not be allowed. If you're willing to work hard and do the job, you should be compensated for it.
And I think the incentive of you you, a Goan that is, running your own shack, is that you're promoting a Goan culture. This is what we see on the beach belt today. The old style of the beach shack is very rare to see. You see a lot of, may I say the word, bastardized versions of...
Bastardized or bastardized?
Bastardized versions
He
of
was saying
a shack
basket case, I think.
where you have, it's blaring loud music, nothing against Bollywood, but it's not longer the old style shacks that you and I used to go to, right?
But Ajoy, that's where you need the rate. I agree with you 100%, mate. I want to give you 100 points and clap for you. Mate, that's not what made this place special. It's not the loud music. Think about it. Back in the old days, before you had the loud music and all the BS, yes, you want to have parties, you want to have music. No doubt about it. What made Goa special? The warmth,
yes.
the culture, the food. Have a great time, drink, enjoy the beach.
Correct.
But if you're trying to compete with every shack on either side of you with music,
Yeah.
you're going to kill the vibe, the ambience, scare away the turtles, scare away the tourists.
Yes.
That's not what this is about.
Absolutely.
You want to see something funny? I'm going to ask the smartest person in this room for his opinion, and watch, he has no fucking clue what we're talking about.
Okay.
Mr. Mataji,
Hey, what's up?
the rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. Tell me more about this. Give me your insight. Give me your 30-second view on this topic, sir.
I noticed this. The shacks are very empty nowadays because of less tourism. Like even that, I understand this because of we not promoting our tourism the way we actually had to do.
It's not being promoted, but I'm saying to you, we've got that's the only thing that generates these poor shack owners money, right?
Yeah.
That's their business. How do we help resolve the problem? Bring more tourists in, get these guys open earlier, do all this regulating and back and forth and arguing before the season. So the 1st of October, you can have shacks they can start building, right? Maximize the revenue period.
Correct.
Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You just woke up, didn't you?
So people did want the shacks open from September. They wanted to have the opportunity.
Let them start working.
Yeah, of course. But again, how can you influence when tourists are going to start coming? That's a slightly different matter. So the government had extended the relief period. Apparently there was a 3-year relief period after COVID, and I believe the government's extended that for 1 more year. But also I think there's additional legislation or rulings that have come down that the shacks have to close by midnight. They have to shut off their music at 11 o'clock and stuff like that.
That's fair.
I think that's fair.
That's fair.
So yeah, but obviously what the shack owners are saying, that's again limiting our opportunity to earn that revenue when it is only a limited season, and we've had some bad seasons that have preceded this.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the back and forth. That has to be negotiated. You figure out what works well for both. You need smart people. You need new generational, younger people that come in and listen, we've got so many older people that are so smart that have done it for years. They need to train younger people to be able to take over the reins and make sure you're doing it right. You don't want to destroy how do these places? I lived in Malaysia for many, many years, and they had a brilliant tourist economy, and they took care of the place. There was no garbage. You could go snorkeling, and there was no garbage in the water, blah, blah, blah. And you've got rules and regulations, and people respect those rules and regulations. Get younger people involved, but take care of your tourists.
Yes.
Take care of your shack owners, your restaurants, all the people that have a limited amount of time, negotiate it and make it a win-win situation. Get some new blood in there, just like politics, man.
What do you think of this point that the government wants the NIO to conduct a beach shack capacity study to limit the number of shacks per beach? You think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a brilliant thing. I just mentioned what I said to you, and I didn't even know you were going to bring this topic up. The NIO is probably the National Institute of Oceanography, correct?
It is.
They do this in Malaysia, where the reefs, they do it in Sydney, and at what's it called? What's the big reef?
The Great Barrier Reef.
No, the Great Barrier Reef,
in Queensland.
Bondi.
No, that's off Queensland,
Sorry, Great Barrier Reef. The point I'm trying to make is that NIO will go out there and do a study and figure out. We've got a marine biologist. We should get Aaron on the show, right?
He's supposed to be coming on the show, actually.
He's a good guy. He's a handsome-looking guy. He's a good guy, knowledgeable. But if you get these guys to go out and study what the effects are over years of what you've been doing and how you're doing it. Malaysia, I'm using it as an example because I've been there and I live there. But the bleaching of the coral, the pollution, the sewage, sewage, the garbage, how you recycle your garbage. They've got shacks, they've got restaurants, they've got all of the same stuff we have here. They do such a great job of how you police it and maintain it.
Absolutely.
So I think it's a good thing. They should conduct beach shack capacity study. They should limit the number of shacks, allow these guys to make more money.
Yeah.
It's not volumes. That's not going to make the place better. It's not because you're louder or you're more garish and gaudy. But charge more, provide a good service, make sure that people come in. Capitalism. I'm not against it. If you provide a good service at a good price, a lot of people will come.
Yeah.
I go to the shacks for the food.
Yeah.
You have good, friendly people. I don't get there for the loud music. That's not what makes you special.
Yeah. I think there's different things at play as well, additionally, because I was out in Baga the other evening celebrating my good friend Mona's birthday, so happy belated birthday, Mona. But it was lovely. It was really, really nice. We were at a beach shack, and I just looked back down the stretch through Baga, and the amount of light pollution and noise pollution was unbelievable. I was really quite shocked, and obviously it's only early October, and obviously I think at Turtle Beaches and all of that kind of thing, there's a lot of extra problems and additional. But they've also got issues, of course, because of course you have to protect the wildlife.
Yes.
So they've also got those considerations as well. So they've got their own battles that they're fighting in order to be able to still continue operating.
You want to play loud music, create an enclosure within the shack which is soundproof.
You can't, Joy. That's not what this is about. If you want to play loud music, get a nightclub. Listen, in Baga, I remember as a kid, as a Goan kid running around at 7, 8 years old, I remember the number of crabs on the beach, mate.
Yeah, I remember that too.
You ask any shack owner, you ask any Goenkar, any Ramponkar that lives in Goa about the old beaches and the marine life. You're talking about the National Institute of Oceanography. That's something you need to study. We used to have, a couple of years ago, we had these black balls roll up on the beach in Kanduli, and that's because the ships were dumping all their waste oil out. So all of these things have to be maintained. You don't need live music. Have good food, good service, reasonable rates, friendly staff, clean toilets. It's not rocket science.
Clean environment.
Clean environment. No, mate, it's a respecting. You take care of each other. Take care of nature. Next year, you're going to need it too, no?
Yes.
It's not a one-time thing.
Correct.
If you screw a tourist this year, they'll never come back. If you screw the ocean and the beach and the environment over and over and over again, guess what's going to happen?
Yeah.
You're screwed. Your industry is done. You better find another industry. If you want to have loud music and a nightclub on the beach, that's not what this place is all about.
That's something you said a little earlier, which is very important, that each of these shacks now, especially in Baga, if you walk down there,
Anjuna,
Baga, they are all trying to outdo each other with garish lighting and sound. Come on.
It's
how
these
loud is
Instagram
going to be too loud, and how much lights do you require? So we have to cap this. If you understand that it's unsustainable.
You need to have better rules and regulations. You shouldn't be able to pay your way through. You have to follow rules and regulations and pay your way. But you need, like I said, about everything else here in Goa, you need proper regulatory enforcement, ethics, respect. You need to make sure these things are happening. That's not the kind of clientele you're catering to, by the way. That's not the tourists that you want to have come to Goa. They don't. The tourists that I know that spent the money, that actually respected your country and your place, would never be here for loud music and garish lights.
No, not specific.
They want the hippies came here back in the 60s because it was absolutely simple, back to basics. They didn't even have electricity back then, man.
Can we go back to basics? Is it possible?
Can you give up your mobile phone?
I could.
Can you stop using a PC?
For this show, we can't.
You'd love to be able to turn back time. I know there's development that's got to happen, but at the end of the day, I love this place. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Merv Britto Show. The opinions that we express are the opinions of ours and ours only. They're not the opinions of the show itself. These are our individual opinions. Sometimes they might not make people happy, but we need to talk about these things so that we make people aware. If you want to get in touch with us, like I mentioned about our social media handles, anywhere you get your social media, get in touch with us. The Merv Britto Show is everywhere. We can hear. Yeah, you can. We'd love to hear from you. 750-724-6246 is the WhatsApp number, a telephone number. If you want to get in touch with us, give us a call. We were talking about the tourist industry. We need taxis, restaurants, beach shacks. We need to have all the amenities that you have in any tourist destination, no? You're not trying to get ripped off every time you go anywhere because these people will never come back.
Absolutely.
I saw something really sad. Ajoy, you got something about that? About
another day, another show, another attack on Goa Miles, and here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here.
This is a Goa Miles driver being attacked by a local taxi driver, I guess, a taxi mafia. I'm saying, come on, why aren't we solving this? It's very beating a dead horse here, but still.
We're not talking about it. We may as well get back to talking about potholes. We've talked about this so many times. Why should Goa Miles, Uber, Ola, all these apps work just as well as they do everywhere else? Take care of your locals, protect your local taxi drivers, but they too have to pay their share. They can't bully and beat up people like it's starting to happen more and more. Why should a Goa Miles driver, because it's an application that has been launched here in Goa to give you some kind of rules and regulations to make it legal to operate, why should they feel threatened?
But those other taxi drivers are also allowed to use those apps as well, because there's a lot of, I know in the UK that there are many people that are Uber drivers, but they're also driving for these other apps as well, these other taxi apps, and that can also be done here, because I've used Goa Miles quite a lot myself, and I've found it to be really good personally, because I've been able to order a taxi when I've needed it.
But this is the 21st century. Why should you not be able to use an app? Listen, in the States, you've got Uber, Ola, not Uber, I don't know. You've got Lyft, Swift, whatever. You've got 100 different things, right? You can have a private taxi, but why can't you incorporate one of these apps so that you get the business, you get the benefit, and you're not allowed to rip people off? That's the biggest complaint, I guarantee you, if people coming to Goa, is every time I take a taxi, there's no meter. They can charge you whatever they want. Goa Miles is a local app that should be used. Why should they be threatened by these guys that just want to do their as we would call locally called gundagiri?
So I had
allegedly.
A friend, not allegedly, it is gundagiri. Let's call it that. All right. I had a friend who came down to Goa recently, and he took the Goa Miles app, and you know what? The price that he got from Goa Miles was not that much different from what you would get from a private taxi. If you know what, you guys need to elect me into a government, because I got a good solution.
I'd vote for you, man.
I'm telling you,
I'd vote for you. If you could get out of bed before 11, I'd vote for you.
Baba, I get up at 6.
Go back to sleep at 6:15. Go takes a piss and goes back to sleep. I'd vote for you. You would be my CM if you could make these changes. I'll tell you what,
it's
man.
It's a simple solution. You know what the solution is? Essentially, right now, these guys who have their fiefdoms around certain hotels and certain locations, tweak the Goa Miles app to check if these guys are booked or not. If they are booked, then give to the next guy in line, which should be a local. If all of them are booked, then give it to the Goa Miles guy.
Why are you reinventing the wheel? Can I tell you, this has worked everywhere around the world. I'd still vote for you. Ajoy Barreto for CM. He has my vote.
Jai ho. Jai ho.
Who you calling ho, motherfucker? I'll put a bush in your fucking head. The point I'm trying to make is that there are rules that need to be followed. You should not be able to threaten somebody because you don't like what they do. If I'm a restaurant and I don't like the competition, I can't be beating up people around me that want to open up restaurants. It's not fair. The Goa Miles.
You've basically got to up your game. That's essentially what you need to do.
Up your game. Stop cheating people, right? And I'm not saying everybody cheats. There's a lot of very, very hardworking, good taxi drivers that ply their trade. No issues. But why are you threatening another app that you could potentially benefit from?
I think there's a lot of returning tourists that they've got their friends who are their drivers who will take them round here, there, and everywhere, and then they do a lot of other stuff for them, outside of the season, and organise stuff for them, which is fabulous.
Brilliant.
But when you've got people who are coming for the first time and they just don't know anything, they kind of need to rely on something that they feel is going to be something that's reliable, essentially.
Yeah.
So that they can kind of fall back on that and go, okay, great, now I've got a benchmark for how much stuff would cost me.
I just said that. Sorry, I just said that about the fact that people don't like getting ripped off.
You need to benchmark because you don't know until you know, because you haven't got a clue really of what the local economy is until you come here.
So I'm telling you, my solution works in both scenarios. It protects the local taxi driver around a hotel by giving them a first preference, and if that guy is not available, give it to the guy that is available. Simple.
But if I choose, for example, I'm just devil's advocate. If I choose to use my neighbor who's got a car and he says to me, I'll drive you around and you pay me whatever. Is that against the law? Is that illegal?
If it'll be illegal if he's not a registered taxi guy. I think they need to be registered.
You need a license.
You need a license, and you need to regulated. You need to have a standardized metering system, like you said. It could be through the app, or it could be a meter system in your car. He has to have all of these things.
There have to be rules and regulations.
And he has to have an ID saying that he's the driver of that car, because
his
for safety
car is
reasons.
safe.
Yes.
His car is safe. He's following the rules.
Yes.
If anything bad happens, he can be tracked and traced.
Yes.
And he's not going to rip you off. Most importantly, guys,
Correct.
you can't keep screwing people and expect them to come back to Goa. So, like you said, Joanne, if you're a first-time tourist and you don't know what you're doing and where you're going, that's something that scares people the most. At the airport, I love the fact that you've got taxi counters. You can go and book a taxi.
Yeah.
It's advertised. You're not getting ripped off.
So
I don't like the fact that people have to take a taxi blindly. Hey, I want to go from here to there. They have these, what they call scouts.
Yeah.
They try to screw you all over the world. It's not only Goa. All over the world. The scouts will, Malaysia, Indonesia, I've traveled all over they all try, hey, listen, where you going? A taxi. And then they will take you far and they'll screw you over.
Yes.
That shouldn't be the case.
Shouldn't be the case.
Touts, they're called touts.
I have another story of mine, if you have time. So this happened in Dubai. I'll never forget this. My family and I had gone to Dubai, and we had gone to a tourist location. I think it must have been a museum. I can't remember. So we stepped out of the museum. So we wanted to hire a taxi that could fit all of us, and we were a large group, about 7 to 8 people. So we tried to book. They have their I think their own app over there where you can get a taxi, but none were available. So here came this taxi which was large enough to fit us all, and we got into the taxi, and we told him that we were unable to book his taxi through the app because there was an issue with it was slow or whatever.
The payment, even you might not even have the local currency.
Yeah. So he said not to worry, we'll drive out. I think the connection would be better on the road, and by that time you book the my taxi and we'd be good. I'm not kidding you. We drove just to the edge of the road, and there was a cop waiting for this guy, and he stopped that fellow. He stopped. He knew that we had not booked the taxi, and guess what the fine was? 5,000 dirhams.
So, but Ajoy, you know how great that is? That's enforcement.
We felt so sorry for him, but you know what? That guy said, you please stay out of it. The cop told us, please stay out of it. This is a system here, and we're going to enforce it.
Mate, what is wrong with that? That is proper, brilliant governance, rules, regulations, enforcement, ethics, everything, right? Yeah. What we need here, right? But good luck. I don't want. Listen, I'm not going to get. I don't want to get too much into this, but we can't screw over our tourist industry. We can't screw over the shacks. We can't screw over our taxi drivers either.
No, of course not.
But we need to have rules, regulations followed and enforced. It cannot be illegal.
So. Moving on, Merv, shall we move on to the next form of gundagari?
Oh, shit.
An update on the Rama case.
So data. He's dangerous to society. Prosecution. Zenito, the Mercedes Special Court on Thursday heard heated arguments of bail plea of history, Sheeter, Zenito Cardozo, and the Rama Kungar assault case before adjourning the case to October 18. The public prosecutor argued that Zenito had deleted data from his mobile phone, tampering with crucial evidence, and warned that granting bail could allow him to influence witnesses and destroy the remaining evidence.
So essentially, right now, what I'm gathering from this is that, and this is an update on the Rama case, they are unable to prove his involvement allegedly in the attack on Rama. So they're trying to use his old convictions or cases against him to keep
Rama's.
This guy
against Zenito.
Rama hasn't.
Who is Zenito? I've never heard of this.
Okay, I got a question.
He's going to bring you into that.
So Zenito is allegedly an old-time history sheeter.
He's a young guy, dude.
And one question I have right off the bat, his name is Zenito Cardozo. Is he related to Wilbert Cardozo by any chance?
Willie, tum mare? So mare tum
No, I'm SO, not Zedo.
You're an S or not a Z.
Oh, Mervin's mum used to have a theory about D'Souza, didn't she? S and Z.
We're laughing about this, but this is a serious matter. This is something that's been played out for many, many weeks here in Goa, and everybody's really pissed off. We actually, this thing, Omkar last week, about the same thing. Ajoy, the High Court is saying what?
So basically now the court has intervened, which is great, and they're saying that we're going to basically put this guy in jail allegedly for his incident, that a case that pertains to 2009, so that, and they're trying to get Rama, the Rama case, at least some protection through this route, this legal route.
You really think it's one guy?
Of course not.
It's not. It's a frippin' joke. I don't want to say it. I can't use the language, the flowery language there may be people listening that are too young to handle that kind of language. Guys, come on now. We're older, wiser, and smarter than this. One guy is taking the fall. Whoever this Zanito is taking the fall. Yeah, Zanito Cardozo, Mercy Special Court extends judicial custody. Zanito Cardozo 7 others till October 18th. Why? Can I ask you this question? And we talked about this police, and that is something that I want to talk about right now. Zanito Cardozo is basically a scapegoat. I don't know if he is. I don't know if he had a beef with Rama or whatever the case may be. There is somebody way up higher pulling the strings, and this guy is taking the fall. What do you keep showing these things for, mate?
This is the price of surfing the internet.
Yeah,
it's paid for.
No, it's their
I'm
ads,
saying
yeah.
Zanito Cardozo is one in many. There were 12 or whatever, 10, 12, multiple people that were arrested, yes? You're telling me that the police couldn't get to the bottom of this? This has gotten to court and they can't get results of who is behind this gundagiri that's getting out of hand.
That's why all the opposition parties now are asking for a judicial probe. As you can see, the Aam Aadmi party is asking here. And the question should be answered. Why? What is the motive? The motive has to be revealed. It cannot be just let be a dead end.
But not just the motive, Ajoy.
We'll also get to the bottom of who actually did do it.
Yeah. I think if you try to answer the motive, you'll get to know who the perpetrators and who was responsible for this.
It's a joke. I'm telling you, it's a joke. It's an absolute laugh. I've been in Goa long enough. We've operated a business here long enough, and we play by the rules. We pay our taxes. But I've had a couple of salty cases that I've had to go to the police with. People have not paid their bills. We got robbed in the office, blah, blah, blah. Can I tell you something that is so sad? We have never had one case solved.
No, absolutely not. Even your car and all, remember?
My car got broken into. Mm-hmm. I'm the kind of, my mom and dad taught me that if the police don't know your name, it's a good thing. If you've never been in a police station, it's a good thing, and that's what we try to stay clean, keep your nose to the ground, and we'll do your thing and stay out of trouble. But I've had to be involved, and I've had the worst experiences with the police in filing cases because I have never ever had justice. Probably 8 different times. From customers not paying to getting robbed, my car getting broken into. I've never been in trouble. I don't do anything. I try not to do anything that'll get me in trouble. I've never had a case solved, Ajoy. So if you're telling me that the police don't know who's behind Rama getting beaten and they've got one guy, the Zanito Cardozo guy, locked up and he's wiped his phone, it's a crock of shit. There's got to be somebody, and I don't know this for a fact because I'm not a detective, but you can't tell me that after all of this time you don't have a culprit and somebody locked up.
Listen, even if this guy's deleted his data, are you saying that we don't have digital forensics to retrieve data? Come on.
The crime branch needs to be involved.
Yes.
FIR cases, all this kind of stuff. There is a system in place, Ajoy, and that's what I keep coming. But we always come back. We should call that, instead of calling it the Merv Britto Show, we should call it the Themes and Ethics Show. It comes back to ethics, enforcement, rules, regulations. You've got rules to be followed, and they're not being followed. So somebody like this takes the fall. I'm not saying he's a saint. I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
But it's bigger than one man, and the police need to do their jobs. I hear the police all the time about how we've got to report. I've got the police, the senior PI, PSI, whatever his name is. Oh, he's gone to the High Court. He's got this, that, and the other. The police are here to serve the public.
They should be.
To keep us safe.
Yeah.
They should be there doing their jobs to help solve crime. Simple as that, plain and simple.
You know, I have an interesting poll I would love to put out right now and ask.
I'd like to put a poll up this guy.
Which poll?
He's asking which poll, what
He wants to know which poll? My Mataji, good morning, Mare. Kosar tumi?
Good.
Huh? You look like you deserve. The police should lock you up and put in jail. He's got stripes on. He should be in jail. Sorry, Ajo. I rudely interrupted you, my friend.
You know what? Come in front of the camera.
No, fine.
Come sit in.
They want to see this.
There may be a really good-looking girl out there that sees you and says, "Hey, come here, Yusuf. Don't be such a queen, dude."
See the
We call him the diva. See the glasses. Look at the eyes change when he comes in front of the camera. Yeah. Galle. There may be a beautiful girl out there that sees this screen and says, "My God, I need to go and poke my eyes out." No, sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking cat. Sorry.
The poll that I want to put out is, what percentage of incidents that people report to the police are actually made into FIRs?
It's a joke, dude.
One second, Merv. I can guarantee you the majority of cases end up just being complaints, and thereby people don't get to see an investigation done on their case. I personally know how many times I've gone to the police station for this, that, and the other. They will try and get you as much as they can not to put an FIR. Why?
Baba.
Because if they put an FIR, they have to investigate.
Baba, how do you fix the problem? We know this. You're not telling me anything I don't know. You're a smart guy. I'm voting for you for CM. But this is not something new. This is not something we don't know. And why is it still happening?
Now, I'll tell you why. We can actually solve this. I think the Supreme Court has said, I could be wrong on this, fact check me, guys, but you can actually go, if somebody refuses to put an FIR, take your camera out and record him refusing to do so. It's actually illegal by law.
Okay.
What is an FIR for people listening that people don't know what it is?
First information report. It's a legal document that starts an investigation, as per my limited knowledge. And if that is not created, then the investigation doesn't start.
Okay.
Until you do an FIR?
Until you do a complaint means nothing. It's something, but it doesn't force the police to act on your case. Essentially.
Can I tell you? I know an advocate, and he's my advocate. He's a great guy, a very smart guy, and he is our advocate for a couple of different cases with the AGISP and all. His name is Abhijit
Gosavi.
Gosavi. Wow, I just drew a blank, dude. I'm getting old. A senior moment. Abhijit Gosavi said the same thing. He said, you first go and file a case. Go to the police station, make a complaint, yes? And if it's not being handled, you have to go into to the higher up, to the senior person and ask to get an FIR. And if they don't, you can go to the Inspector General and explain that these guys have done multiple times. These guys are not willing to help and do any kind of further investigation. The people by law, these senior ups, have to enforce the law.
Yeah.
Right? They have to enforce and make sure the law is being followed to the T. If a complaint that you've made is not being followed up and they're not willing to issue an FIR, then you can take it up the ranks and get it done, right? Yeah. The fact of the matter remains, I guarantee you poll 100 people and 99 people will tell you that they've not had any kind of positive response from the police, who are there, again, to enforce the law, make the rules and regulations. People follow the rules and regulations, but protect the public, John Q. Public.
So right? I was going to say just one thing. You were kind of mentioning that people are demanding that there's a judicial probe, and I believe the AAP is talking about more investigation into the Rama attack. And essentially, they're just saying that for Goa, it's just a case of being a situation whereby the democratic system just needs to be upheld, and people in Goa need to know that the judicial and the police are also working on their behalf. Otherwise, they become suspicious, and this is a real test. It's like an inflection point. Yeah. It's a test.
I agree. So that means
I'd love to have these FIRs. You know what? We should have more people file FIRs and make sure the police are doing their work. They're not out there to collect challans and do all the bullshit they do. Yeah. And I'm here again. This is my opinion. These guys, there got to be some really, really good cops out there that do very good work. They've got a tough job.
Definitely.
They've got a hard job and a hard life. But we're trying to make sure that they know what their jobs are and they take care of the public and keep us safe, right? So the enforcements of any crime getting ripped off, Ramakan Concord, they've caught this guy, fine and dandy. I guarantee you there are smart...
Well, he's been brought into the case as it's...
Whatever, the point I'm trying to make, he's in court already. The point I'm trying to make is overall, on a generalized basis, the police need to be able to do their jobs. They work hard, they're usually people don't.
It's a thankless task.
It's a thankless task, but everybody's after them, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it'll be nice to have positive results where people can be proud of, and our police department can be highlighted. Guys, this is exactly what the show is about. I love to highlight positive, positive, positive. Bring positives to light. If something's happening right, you want to tell more people about it. And sadly, on the show, we seem to talk about a lot of the things that are negative and not good, but
on repeat.
Yes. The potholes, corruption, it's sad because I would love to highlight some positive stuff.
One thing I want to do for our cops, and I feel really sorry for them, and I've seen this even when I was in Bangalore, Karnataka. You know, you go to Porvorim, the Porvorim highway that has now been destroyed and being
it's not a highway.
Okay, whatever it is. You know what it is now. It's full of craters. But have you seen any of our cops they first of all are in that environment full of dust, and they're breathing all of that.
Yes, absolutely.
Why can't our government give them protective gear?
Yeah.
This is wrong.
My God, we could do a 5-hour show and keep talking about this. You're right. Why don't they have protective? What is it called? The PPE?
PPE.
Not PPE. That's COVID stuff. I'm talking about.
No, but it's just like
health
a
and
mask.
safety. A mask.
Yes.
Exactly.
You got your hat. You got your baton. You got your gun. You got your whatever shoes. Yes. But that's exactly what I'm saying. The money's got to trickle through the system to make sure that. Can I tell you? I'm gonna open up another can of worms. I went to the Calangute Panchayat.
Okay.
I was fucking blown away. They've got a beautiful panchayat in Calangute. I met the Sarpanch is Joseph Siquera, yeah? We had an issue where they want to put the overhead fiber optic cables underground, and he called us all in, and he was so approachable. But more importantly, it blew my mind, Joanne. They've got such a lovely, clean panchayat. They've got a conference room. He was so approachable. And I'm from a village, and I'm so proud to be a Saligaunkar. I'm from Saligaon. I talk about it all the time. Our shithole looks like a fucking go-down. It looks like a dump. You're collecting fees. I'm sure that's about money. And you're collecting the money from the local constituency, your occupants, residents. We're paying a shitload in taxes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kalangute's got a lovely panchayat.
They've got a website as well, because I went on it doing the follow-up letter that you needed to do afterwards.
Why can't I have that in every village? Why can't I have that in Saligaon?
Yeah.
Our panchayat looks like a dump. It looks like a store. And you could Para. I live in Para. We work in Para. I go to Para. Para's okay. It's great. It's not. But Calangute blew me away. And they take care of their people, and the money's collected. So just like the panchayats, the police department's collecting money, or they get money subsidies from the government. Why don't these poor guys have proper protective face masks and shoes and proper trained and solve crimes and do their jobs? Why should the police department become political?
Regarding, I think the answer is self-evidentary. Basically, Calangute would be the most richest panchayat in the whole of Goa.
Hey, put that up, dude. Put that up. I want people to see this, yeah?
They've got the website.
This is the financial data? Can I ask you? No, never mind.
I'll mention it. I'll mention it. Basically, this is from Google AI. They're saying that in February 2025, the Calangute Panchayat announced a budget of 33 crores, 32.99 crores for the financial year 2024 and 25. So they've routinely had surplus budgets, and maybe they're spending it. Are they spending it on the panchayat? Only the viewers can tell us, right?
Not a clue. I'd love to know. And here again, we've got I don't know how many panchayats in Goa, right? Between the fees you collect for the government and the government allotted money, your what is it called? The fiscal budgets, right? There's money there. It's not like there's no money. But if you're using the money smart and you're doing what you're supposed to do, I would love to see my Saligaon Panchayat have a lovely building, clean, well ventilated. There's a proper process. You go up to the counter, you fill in your complaint, inwarding, outwarding, a conference room, all these kind of things. They've got the money for it. You need to have somebody with brains to implement this and make sure it's getting done properly, right?
And maintain.
Correct. Also. Yes, maintain.
And going forward, you make sure the next set of punch members and the next guys, we've been doing this for so long. We need this kind of change to happen. This country is so great. This state is so great. We've got so much potential, and I'd love to highlight these issues that are happening more and more. I'm
but
using
also
this
the
as an
great
example.
initiatives as well. Any great initiatives that are going on, that's what we'd like to hear as well.
Merv, we've got a comment come in regarding the what do you call criminal and politician nexus. So Carl D'Souza has said that politicians usually bail out criminals so that they can use them for their own dirty deeds in the future.
Yeah, that's one man's opinion. That's true or false. I have no idea. I don't like the fact that politics and policing are hand in glove. The police should be able to do their jobs. They should have no control from any politicians or any. Listen, let the cops go and do their work, solve crimes. You've got the traffic police that are out there giving challans and stopping people. They're valid, yeah? I mean, if they're not doing it for the wrong reasons, they're doing it for safety reasons to enforce the law. Make sure people are using helmets, seat belts, whatever, great. But the crime part of the police department has to be a department where they're protecting the public. The shacks, the people on the beach, purse snatchings, closing by 12 o'clock, whatever, enforcement, all that kind of stuff. You've got the people there. You've got the budget. But why are these cases not getting solved? So you can blame everybody you want to.
The common excuse is there's the ratio of cops to people per capita is very less.
Hire more cops. You're telling me that we don't pay enough in taxes? There's not enough money in the government? The Panchayats are not collecting enough money?
That's what we're led to believe.
Why can Calangute Panchayat be so special than everybody else? It's because you need a dynamic person running the show, right?
Correct.
You need somebody with brains. You need a CM. You need politicians. You need sarpanches. You need PIs, SPI, whatever the big shots. You need people that are actually involved and invested in making sure that what you're doing is for the right reasons. People are going to get pissed off because I say I am a fan of Pramod Sawant. I've dealt with him. I know enough about him, but I don't know everything. And what I've seen of him, he's a good guy. He's trying his best. I was pissed off at his app, by the way. I told you about that Amso Doctor app that doesn't even work. And I filed 2. I've gone on 2 or 3 times and pressed file a complaint, and nothing's ever happened. But
Doctor needs a doctor, huh?
Doctor, saire tanka. Oi, doctor. Wake up. Good morning. Listen, Ajoy, we're kind of brushing over and we're streaming over a lot of these topics. They're not to make light of. And the reason we do this show, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Merv Britto Show. My name is Merv Britto. We would love to hear people's opinions. Leave us a comment. But we're doing this show for no other reason than awareness.
By the way, at least let them join in on our poll. I'd asked our social media expert, Mr. Neil Rodriguez, to put out a poll regarding how many FIRs of what is the percentage of FIRs that get complaints that get converted into FIRs. So we would love your feedback on that.
Why don't we ask questions, or how many people can actually call in and tell us how many cases get solved?
Yes, please. We would love to know.
We've got a police department. What's their primary job? To take care of the public. Solving crime. Take care of the public.
But also, I was going to say,
I'd love to get a cop on. It'll never happen.
You'll have to get a retired guy.
Yeah.
Retired good guy.
But Merv, even with your case with your car break-in, then there was an out-of-state gang supposedly, and you never got your equipment back or anything that got stolen.
They caught the people,
but you never got anything back.
No, I still don't have my stereo back. They recovered all of the stolen equipment. I've never seen.
You saw all the people on their knees with the bags over their heads.
Yeah, because they caught them, and they retrieved the stolen goods. But I had to buy my own. I had to get a new stereo for it was a brand new car.
And you also had to get the replacement glass shipped down from Mumbai.
So that's what I'm saying.
So Merv, I got a couple of more stories. Would you like to hear on this?
Fuck, your story's going to take 3 hours each.
No, let him tell.
Why are you laughing at him?
These are real world stories.
Tell.
Why are you laughing at him?
Because he's saying like he want to say some story.
No, but he's got a good voice.
I'll try and make it quick. So
quickly,
in Bangalore, I was in Bangalore for 16 years working there.
I like that name, by the way. I love to say Bangkok and Bangalore.
Bangalore.
You like the Bangalore?
Bangalore.
You like the Bangkok?
No, you have to say the new name now.
We had
Bangalore, baby.
Name to Ajay some story. Bangalore story.
What's your favorite, Bangkok or Bangalore?
Bangalore.
You like the Bangalore? Bengaluru. Sorry, Sangre.
Okay, so once I was staying in Indranagar, and I used to keep my shoes on a rack next to the window. And then one night, I used to lock my door. Nobody could come through my door into my room, but somebody came from the window, stuck their hand in there, and dropped all my shoes.
No, seriously.
So I said, what? And those days were bachelor days, and I'm still bachelor, actually. But I was not earning as much.
Fix that problem, by the way.
Don't worry.
Hey, Neil, can we do a poll? I want to find Ajoy a bride.
It's not a problem, Mervyn.
It's not a problem, but I would love to. Ajoy or Yusuf, Willie's are off the market. We want to do. I would love to do a show. I'd never have a cop come on the show.
Sorry?
I would love to do a show where we find him a bride. You never know
Blind
who's
date.
watching.
Blind date.
Instagram is private. I cannot.
You can't see it?
Why are you checking me out on Instagram?
Okay, sorry. Get back to your show. So they stole all your footwear
All right,
through
so,
the window.
So you know what? I said, let me give it a try. Let me go and check the nearby cop station. I went there.
Shut up.
They had all my shoes, dude.
Shut
I'm not
up.
kidding. I got all my shoes back. Except the socks, but I got the shoes back.
Tell me the police stole the shoes. No, they caught the
Apparently,
couple.
the previous night when this robbery took place, they saw these guys. They're doing the rounds in Indranagar. They saw these guys carrying a sack or something like that. Apparently, and these guys. The thing is, criminals are not born yesterday. They have a history to them. So they recognize these guys. They try to stop them. They drop the bag, and my shoes were in there.
That actually annoys the shit
was
out of
good
me
you got
because these
that.
guys are a lot of times are hand in glove. I've been to a lot of these famous capitals. I've been to Paris. I've been to, listen, all over the world it happens. It's not just our cops. Cops are hand in glove with these pickpockets and they get caught in the squares. They're pickpocketing. Cops get a cut of that and blah, blah. It's not just Goa. It's not just India. It happens all around the world. They catch these guys. These guys pay them a little bit of money. They release them and then just, it's a cat and mouse game. It continues on. I am talking about specifically in my Goa, the place that I love and care so much about. And that's why we do the whole show. This kind of stuff needs to be resolved, or we need to figure out a way we can resolve it permanently, right? So I'm not trying to say that all police are not doing their jobs, but if you have a police department that should be completely separate from any kind of political interference, and let them do their jobs and solve crimes. And that's the whole idea with me. If they were doing a great job, I'd love to highlight it more. I'm talking about it because I'm talking about personal experience.
So that was a shoe story. You want to hear my?
No, I'm not. No,
Yes,
no more.
yes, tell. I want to hear it. Come on,
I
tell it.
So
He has another story.
okay, this is a fantastic. Now this is the other end of the spectrum. Okay, this is a fantastic story. So I had a very old. Who remembers the Kinetic Marvel bike?
Kinetic. I remember. Kinetic.
Okay, yeah.
So I had a really old
In Goa?
It is registered in Goa, but I took it to Bangalore when I was there. So I was staying in this place called Fraser Town, and I thought this old bucket would never get robbed. Okay, but it did. And
Baba, if they're going to rub your stinky shoes, you don't think they're going to take a flipping bike? My God.
so this thing got robbed, and I was shocked. I said, "Oh my gosh, things are really getting desperate here." So anyway, so I went to the police station. I went to the nearby Fraser Town police station, and those guys said, "We don't know. We're not going to be able to find it." So my friend said, "See, there's this place called Shivaji Nagar. All right, it's the
Chor Bazaar.
It's the Chor Bazaar of Bangalore. All right." He says, "You're going to find your bike there." And sure enough, I went there.
Shut up.
I found
Now you're pulling my leg, dude.
I found, first of all, I went to the Shivaji Nagar police station. I asked him, boss, I've been told to come here and find my bike. He said, "Well, we can't find it. It's gone."
Good luck.
Then I walked behind the police station, and there was Shivaji Nagar, and I found parts of my bike. Okay, the parts I couldn't find, I bought somebody else's parts, and I made my bike again.
Wow.
So I got my Marvel back that way. Can you believe it?
It's sad.
I've heard
we're
that
laughing
also
about
in the
this.
UK. That was going to say on one of the podcasts I was listening to the other day, there was this woman and she'd got the audacity to contact somebody who was reselling her bike.
Yeah.
And she had arranged to meet
I
the
saw that
person.
online.
Yeah, and she'd arranged to meet the person. He said, "Oh, I thought you weren't coming. I thought you were scamming me." And then she went, "Actually, this is my bike you're trying to sell back to me." He just like fled and left it with
Can I
her
tell you the
kind of thing.
funniest, and I'll make it really fast. The funniest story is my Uncle Joe. He was my mom's brother. Uncle Joe he had a Morris Minor that was missing a hubcap.
Oh, wow.
And he drove it into Chor Bazaar one day and he said, "I guarantee they'll find it. I'll be able to find it here." And he had a guy come to him and said, "You're looking for the hubcap?" And he said, "Listen, this is the hubcap I'm looking for." And he said, "Give me 2 minutes. Give me the hubcap." And he went to his shop and brought him a hubcap identical.
Yes, I'm not
He
surprised.
put it in the car and drove home back to Chembur.
Wow, it probably came
realized
from
they'd
his car.
stolen-
They took the others.
Came from the same car.
I swear to God, it's a true story. But anyway, listen, we're laughing and joking about that kind of stuff. It's not funny. All I'm saying to you is the police are supposed to solve crimes. They should be hand in glove. They're supposed to be doing their jobs and protecting the public. And the fact of the matter remains, at the end of the day, it's a hard enough, it's a thankless job. But we're only talking about this because we want to make sure that things will change. with the age of technology, with all the tools that we have, we need to make sure that this place is advancing in all the right areas and reasons. No?
So I was going to say, because we talk about a lot of the headlines, I think what would be good for us is actually to see the real statistics and then see, whether, where there have been improvements or where there's new initiatives and stuff like that, whether there's, with the digital online police and all of that, a lot of the stuff that they're able to solve. Because we do get people contacting us, obviously the police contact us, because we legally have to give over internet ID details and stuff like that, as do all telecoms.
For any kind of fraud.
You have to.
Any kind of fraud. Let's move on. There are a couple more things that I want to talk about, Ajoy.
Tied into this thing, it's an extension of our discussion right now. Basically, we all know that, it is alleged in the Goan system for government jobs you have to pay cash. This is alleged many a times all through our past and even now by the current opposition parties. But now, interestingly, the High Court of Goa has asked the government to start hiring more youth and to stop, to basically ensure that retirement is achieved and that we have more of youth in the government jobs.
I think it's a brilliant idea.
What do you think?
I spoke about that earlier with the shacks.
It has to be.
You've got another generation, guys. These guys are not interested in working hard, and I call them the snowflake generation. You shouldn't have to pay to get a job. It should be earned on merit. Your knowledge, your education, your ability, how you present yourself, how you speak. We talked about Toastmasters before, right?
Yeah.
All of these qualities and qualifications make you eligible to get. Why should you have to pay, and why should it be? There should be any nepotism at all.
No, because also what happened in Nepal, there was all that rising up against the nepo kids as well.
But Joanne, this is something that should be a given, right? Why?
Yeah.
Why should read this out? Read that statement out. High Court has urged the state government and GPSC to frame a system that limits service extensions and instead fills posts with young professionals. The court suggested revising recruitment norms or qualifications if required and expressed confidence that the government will take timely action. The point I'm trying to make is some of these archaic, outdated systems are our education system. There's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about it, guys. We're in the 21st century and we're so far behind. You want to educate. It's a generational thing, by the way. And if you want to eradicate corruption, you want to eradicate all the BS and the crap that's happening, you've got to teach kids from a young age, farm them from the time they're in school, teach them it's bad to throw litter on the streets, it's bad to take bribes, it's bad to abuse the environment, all these kind of things. It's a generational kind of thing, but you need to start somewhere, right? We're not trying to. We're trying to make people aware of this. Here you go about education.
Yes. So this is.
Have you finished on that? Because I've got some points to make on that.
Go ahead.
No. Because all I was going to say, because obviously in terms of having more youth in some of these government jobs, you would want it to be the case that you want to bring these people through, that you want to educate them, you want to teach them the ropes. It's not about just getting rid of people who are on higher salaries and bringing in lower paid salaries and things like that, people on lower paid salaries. You actually want to make sure it's for a genuine reason. And like you say, Merv, for corruption, potential, you want to make sure that it's not just an old legacy person that's just still hanging around taking backhanders and stuff like that. But you also want to give people the benefit of the experience of those people that have come before. You can actually also teach them the ropes so that they're doing the best possible job in that scenario and have great impact.
The most qualified,
of course.
What is this?
1 second. Before, just one sentence to what Joanne was saying. It's called knowledge transfer.
Someone was saying that to me the other day about knowledge transfer. But there's something more to it, because there's a responsibility on the person to take that knowledge and run, not just go, I've heard it, now I can do it. You actually need to learn, understand, and implement how to do those jobs.
Yes. Sounds like you know.
We know a lot about that.
We deal with it every day. It is sad. And here again, we were speaking about the education system. This is is crazy.
Yeah, so this is an extension to what we were saying. So basically, in for students from grade 3, or the parents are saying that they were given a maths paper that was what they call
Grade
mission impossible paper. Apparently, it was so difficult that one wonders what our education system has come down to, that grade 3 are given these kind of papers. So let me try and see and zoom in. Let's read first. Many parents have urged education authorities to conduct a re-examination for grade 3 students, claiming that the recent mathematics paper was far too difficult for 8 to 9-year-olds. In a representation to the assistant district educational inspector, parents said that the paper's language and complexity were beyond the students' comprehension and did not match the model question papers provided earlier. They stressed that while they support the national education policy, children need time to adjust to the new exam pattern.
Let's try one of the questions.
I was going to say, what are the
Read a
questions?
goddamn question, dude.
Okay.
Let's see a question.
Let's see if Merv can answer this. Okay. First question: why did Deba and Deep become worried when? Oh, okay, hang on. What's that question? Okay.
Is this maths or English?
We're talking about education. My man can't even read the goddamn question.
Hang
Come on, baby.
Come on.
Why did Deba and Deep what?
Why did Deba and Deep become worried when they saw 2 marks still left on the wall after all cows had come back?
Shut the fuck. Are you reading this off here?
No, I'm not serious. This is a 12-mark question, okay?
There's got to be some context. to this, dude.
Yeah, surely.
Why did Deba become worried when they saw 2 marks still left on the wall after all cows had come back?
Yeah, so
There were 2 marks on the. What do the marks look like? What were the marks?
So
Is that counting marks?
Answer A is they thought they had made extra marks. B, they thought someone erased the lines. C, they understood that 2 cows were still missing. D, they were confused by the wall marks.
Listen, guys, this is
Whoever made this paper was on something, man.
That's
This is what we're
terrible.
talking
What
about,
does it
right?
even mean?
Why? What? This is grade 3. This is a maths paper, right? So obviously, there's further context. There's got to be something in the book for this chapter that they're talking about. But here again, guys, our education system at one time, Indian education. My parents loved the fact that our primary education was here, but secondary education, which was lacking, they wanted us to have elsewhere. When I went to the States, and I went at a specific age, I was put in 2 grades above where I'd finished here because I was so advanced, right? Mm-hmm. The American system was completely behind the fact of the matter remains that we need to change and advance and make sure that the kids, the next generation that you want to take over as judges, as police, as shack owners, as whoever, politicians, are properly educated with the tools they need to survive. Not how many marks of fucking cows are coming back home. Basic upgradation of knowledge systems, yes? And can I ask you where that comes from? Where does that start?
At home.
Good answer. Not what I'm looking for, but great answer. At home, yes. But you need somebody in a senior position, the Minister of Education, has to be smart enough to know that we've got a problem. We've got some of the smartest minds, some of the smartest people here locally. But if these guys are not getting the right kind of education to succeed, English, Hindi, Marathi, whatever language you choose, guys, load up these people, these youngsters, with the tools they require, not just AI and telephones and all the bullshit that you're seeing. It's basic, fundamental education that we need to give our young people in the next generation.
Absolutely.
One more question.
Somebody ask me. No.
What is the total number of symbols used in the number system developed by ancient Indians?
19. Is that one of the answers?
There's B plus C equals 19. Shall I? There's no 19, dude.
19 is my lucky number. It's my birthday.
Oh, there's no 90 also.
You're full of shit. Ask me the question properly. Don't make a joke. I'm smarter than I look. I may not be dumb. I may not be smart, but I'm pretty.
You may not be dumb.
Give me the glasses. Glasses didn't come. Ask me the question. Let me put my glasses on.
What is the total number of symbols used in the number system developed by ancient Indians?
0.
He said 0. Yeah. I should fucking slap you. I should slap you. How can it be? It has to be a number, man. It's got to be the number.
Somebody put that into AI.
What are the options? What are the options?
The options are 5, 9, 10, or 100.
100.
Okay, let's see.
Final answer, 100.
Lock kiya jaye.
Lock kiya ja. Should I phone a friend?
what we're doing, like
trying
Who
to-
Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I look like Steve. What is it called? Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder, I said that earlier.
No. Am I close? Am I even close?
We're
Is
finding
it
out the
100?
answer. I don't think it's established.
This is
Did you
third
learn
grade,
this stuff?
guys.
But
This
did
is
you
third
learn
grade.
this, guys?
No.
Did
Teaching
anyone
system.
learn this?
The fact of the matter
I wouldn't want to
remains.
learn this.
This is an extreme, dude. This is
10,
extreme.
dude.
Huh?
10.
10.
10?
Yes!
Eh?
What did I say?
You said 100 divided by 10.
There you go.
Yeah, you
100
said
divided
that.
by 10.
Yeah, you said that,
There you go, dude. Guys, this is maybe another extreme, and this may be a mistake. This is maybe a bad example, but this is way, way too hard for third graders, and I think it needs to be changed. Anyway, the reform that we're looking for, the leadership they're looking for in this country needs to be in place. We need smart, wise, knowledgeable people to run this country. We've got so many natural resources, and I just feel it's such a shame because as much as I love this place and I brag about it and tell everybody, not just from Saligaon, but from Goa, where I'm from, about this place, I'd love to be more proud in all the years that we've been around, and what a beautiful resource, and we've got so many great things to be proud of when you travel the world and you tell people I'm from India, a small little place called Goa, blah, blah, blah. I'd love it to be used as an example of positive, of good. And brag about it, like people from Malaysia, or people from Bali, or people from Thailand, or people from France. All these different countries get to brag about their village and their towns and where they come from. We've got such a beautiful natural asset, which we call home. And sadly, over the years, it's just gone downhill because you haven't seen the change for the better. And we whine and complain about it. And this is exactly what the show's about. By the way, we've got some new bumpers. I'm going to give these away.
No,
Can
do
see
you know
this,
what? I've
Raj?
got a good idea for that as well.
Oh, you can't see this.
It's green screen.
Oh, the green screen. It's a blue and white. It's a lovely sticker that I'm going to give people away. I want to give these away. I'm going to start going out on the road.
I think
and
people need to also come to our office, and then we also need to do a bit of a competition to see how far people can take photos and where they're actually taking photos of them with that sticker somewhere.
Yes.
We'll do that. We'll
Don't
do that.
you
We're going to
think
give
that'd
away.
be a great
We're going to
idea?
give away
Yeah,
some
that's a
good
great
stickers.
idea.
All right, let's move on. What are we talking about next?
Okay,
Listen, we're going to run out of time very soon, guys.
So talking about expats, our Goans who now are UK citizens may be denied OCI cards despite High Court order. GFG appeals to NRI Commissioner and Goa CM. So what do you think of this?
I don't understand that. NRI status is non-resident Indian status.
Yes.
So why are they being denied that as Indians?
So let's read. The Goa for Goans has appealed to the NRI Commissioner Narendra Savaikar. Isn't he Goan, firstly? And the Home Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant to intervene in the matter of several Goans in the United Kingdom being denied OCI cards, despite a High Court order permitting the use of a revocation certification in lieu of a surrender certificate. According to GFG President Kennedy Afonso, certain Indian missions in the UK continue to reject OCI application of Goans who have acquired Portuguese nationality, citing a lack of clear instructions or procedural guidelines from the Ministry of External Affairs.
So it's
I don't know enough
all
about this.
hinging around the Portuguese nationality,
So
essentially.
I don't know enough
I
about
think
it.
I might know something. I could be wrong.
If you don't know, make it up.
He
just
doesn't
like
do
just
that.
just
You're definitely qualified to be CM.
just like Isaf, right? All right,
Mr.
listen.
Mataji.
Isaf Mataji. Oh,
Diva. Narakasur. That can be his name.
Huh?
Can we call him? No.
No,
He's too handsome to be there.
Yeah, he's a sweet boy.
Maybe not. Narakasur, not this thing. We're not calling him this. Anyways, go on.
So essentially, when you apply for Portuguese passport or Portuguese nationality, you have to register your birth. We can't see him. He's come in front of you on your lap.
Oh, hello. He's cozying up there.
So when you apply for Portuguese nationality, you have to register your birth in the Portuguese system. If you register your birth, that entitles you to a Portuguese passport and to become a Portuguese citizen. But you don't need to get it. But that when you just register your birth, the government of India doesn't.
You lost me at hello. I know nothing about. I don't know enough about this, but this is an important topic because it affects Goans.
Yeah.
But it's got to be more about rules and regulations, Joy.
No, but I
something
think
you're doing right or wrong.
I tell you what I think it is hinging on because of the Portuguese nationality. Before there
these
was,
guys look like they're from one family, no?
but before Brexit,
Do all our Indians look the same?
This is AI, Baba.
Is this all? They look like the same frippin' family. This is 4 people from one family.
they've blurred out their eyes and stuff like that. So these look like zombie people. They're
This
not
is
real.
AI. This is AI generated. Just like your thumbnails. You should start asking people how they like a thumbnail.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
My wife hates it. Sweetie.
No, what I'm saying is I think where this has originated from is the hook around the Portuguese nationality. Prior to Brexit, when UK was still part of the European Union, if you had a Portuguese passport or any passport in Europe, you could go and live and work anywhere within the European Union. But now UK is no longer part of the European Union. There are different rules and regulations in place for people with passports from Europe. So I think that on the flip side, this is also kind of burning people who have got those Portuguese passports that originally were, go and registered and stuff like that, and therefore it's burning them being able to get an OCI. Going forward, which is really, it seems very, very sad and it seems unfair.
I got a quick question for Merv.
Tell me.
Do you think this is a good or bad thing?
You're an Indian. No. I'll give you my opinion. And I've got an opinion about everything. And I'll tell you what, this is only my opinion. The fact of the matter remains, as an Indian citizen, the term OCI, the acronym OCI stands for Overseas Citizen of India. I've got OCI status. The fact of the matter remains, if you're following the rules and not doing anything wrong, you should be entitled to OCI status. There's no more PIO anymore, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
No, that's been wiped
I
out.
don't know enough about this topic, and I don't want to get into it anymore. They should have. If you're a citizen of India, overseas citizen of India, you can be anywhere in the world as long as you qualify and you check all the boxes.
Yeah.
Why not?
Second quick question for you and a quick answer required. Do you think Goans especially should get dual citizenship? That facility should be given to them. Do you think that should be that?
Dual citizenship between where and where?
Not to be going. It'd probably be India and the UK.
Portugal and India.
I think they should be entitled because there's also Portuguese law that's still in place here in Goa, and there's enforcement of that around marriage and everything. And about when people get married, there's an
What is the downside to it? I don't understand. Why can you not have dual citizenship?
Exactly.
You should be able.
Yes, I think that it's beneficial as well.
Yeah,
It is. But the fact of the matter remains that you need to be somebody that has no criminal history. You need to follow all these rules, laws, tick all the boxes, blah blah blah. But absolutely, I don't see how it would hurt anybody. I'm somebody that is born and raised in India, but I've grown up in the States, and at the end of the day, I'm proud of being somebody originally from India, but I still consider States my home, and I love living here. I can't be more proud to be Indian, but that doesn't mean the exposure and living in another country makes me less or more of a person. It's given me a different view of life and stuff that I can bring back because I want to be living here and Goa, and I'm proud of. I'm happy. I'm thrilled. I don't want to go back to the States.
But I've always thought that OCI is a really weird term because I've got OCI because I'm married to Mervyn, but I'm not an overseas citizen of India. I am a UK citizen living in India, and I'm not overseas citizen of India.
I'll tell you what, you better play your cards right, because I'll withdraw that status. I'll call
But hang on, I'll tell you what, Joanne's, what do you call information about India and Indian sports is better than most people that I know. So for that very reason, she deserves an OCI.
Oh, there you go. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Night patrolling across Goa to be boosted.
Yes, so
tell me, what
if you remember, on October 8th, it was reported that this was after the attack on Rama, by the way. The CM said that not the attack on Rama, I beg your pardon, the Dacoity situation that happened in Mapusa, and there was another issue where some robbery took place of Michael Lobo's hotel, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So of his restaurant or hotel, I can't remember.
Okay.
Anyways, the CM said that after he got a lot of flack for these incidents, he said that he would start night night patrolling, increase it. Basically, increase naka bandhi. Now we are still seeing a spate of horrific accidents that are happening across Goa, like this one.
Oh, that's horrendous.
Yeah, mate. Listen. Ajoy, that is a crock of shit. I don't
Why?
agree with
What
that
are you
because
saying
here again,
that for?
let's back up a little bit. Just a minute ago, we were talking about how we wanted the police to be more involved and do their jobs. If the police have the right resources, they can work wonders. But it comes down from a higher source where they're generating revenue. They train and do all the things they need to do. A naka bandhi basically is a roadblock.
Roadblocks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Checks.
Mate.
Checkpoints and roadblocks.
Checkpoint Charlies, whatever. Do whatever. The fact of the matter remains, you've got a lot of tourists coming here and overly indulging and enjoying themselves. They eat and drink up a storm, right?
Yes.
And they're behind the wheel of cars, right?
Yes.
Whether or not you have naka bandhi means nothing. Why the hell do you not have naka bandhi? You don't have these checkpoints at night. Why are they only during the day?
My question goes further than that.
Why aren't they doing their jobs and enforcing the law? Why aren't you having proper patrols in neighborhoods? Why don't you see more people? It's a joke that the marine police don't have enough petrol allocation to run the boats to monitor and enforce the law along the coast.
Yeah.
The police don't have enough vehicles and proper petrol allowances. Where's that money going? Where's it being spent? You're having lives that are lost that are going to happen anyway. This is... You can't blame this on the cops, by the way.
I'm not blaming it on the cops. I'm
what were you
asking,
saying? Sorry.
when the chief minister, the head of state of our state, has said that he would do this, why hasn't it been done as yet? What's happening?
You got to ask
But
questions.
are they doing? Is it basically they're doing more during the day? Because I feel
There's
I've heard
Joanne.
more incidents. I've heard more incidents of people being pulled over during the day and breathalyzed and all that kind of stuff.
They do.
So whether they're doing it in the day when it's easier for them during their regular shifts, or whether there's something regarding the night shifts.
It's bound to happen. It's going to happen because you have a lot of people that are renting cars and driving their own vehicles. They come from outside with their own vehicles. But it's the fact of the matter remains that Goa is a place where you can get a lot of food and drink, and it's relatively inexpensive. So people they overdo it. But that comes at a cost to our local lives.
Of course.
You could kill people doing that, right?
Really sad.
Naka bandhi does make a difference. You will have a lot of people that are a lot more cautious, and it is happening. You can't say it's not happening, but these things, these horrible accidents are bound to happen. It's not just because less or more naka bandhi. It'll happen no matter what, right?
All I can say is...
Why aren't the crimes being solved?
Yeah, all I can say is my friends who come from out of state, they always say, where are the cops? We're so surprised that we don't see any cops. A friend of mine from Bangalore was telling me that now they will catch you in Bangalore if they see you driving alone in the car. They expect you to do carpooling. So they'll jump into the car and they will fine you for driving a car by yourself.
That's a bit extreme. That's stupid because you've got traffic problems in that place. It's stupid because if I have a car and I have nobody else to drive with me, I should be allowed to drive. There are carpool lanes. That's a different topic. What I'm saying to you, Ajoy, is Bangalore and Mumbai have very strict alcohol rules, right?
Exactly.
This car is not from Goa. This guy's had an accident. I don't know enough about it. I don't know the details. The point I'm trying to make is that if you have stricter enforcement here, again, it comes down to any different commercial business that you run, whether it's restaurants, hotels, whether you have a shack or whatever. If people are drinking and driving and you're not enforcing rules where you're finding the crap and people aren't scared to drink and drive, this is going to keep happening.
Yes.
You have to follow the rules. And the point I'm trying to make is they have to be properly enforced.
Yes.
The police have to enforce these rules. You can have all the nakabandis, you can have all the checkpoints, you can have all but you need more visual, like the visibility of the police out there on the streets. Yeah, people have to be scared as a deterrent. Police will ask you, "Hey, do you have any camera footage, mate? I can have the camera footage. Solve the crime. Use your." I can't think of the words. I'm getting old, Joanne.
What, your detective skills?
Your detective skills. What? Ajay used the word nowadays with the age of
investigative skills.
Yeah, but in what are they called?
Face recognition.
No, for fuck. If you had face
Come on, Mav,
recognition.
let's give us a clue.
If you have, let's play this game, yeah? I'm just saying, if you had the tools, what are the forensic tools?
Yeah.
You've got the training, mate. You don't have dumbasses. Do you not have everywhere in the world when there's a crime committed, you've got a forensic team that'll come and solve a crime.
Yeah.
Are you telling me we don't have those facilities here?
Do you know that if you want to actually send DNA sampling or whatever to get it processed, we have to send it to Hyderabad.
I don't give a
Really?
fuck if you send it to Timbuktu.
that's
We don't have an office here.
Solve a crime.
Can you imagine
And
that?
That's a crime that you don't have an office in Goa. You should have a... Guys, come on. I want to start crime.
I know people in the UK that are doing that job, and I know people who also are from here who also want to do that job and maybe going on to studies to do that. There could be opportunities if they'll open up an
Huge.
office and labs here. That would be amazing.
I want to ring a bell. I want to blow this horn every time I come back to ethics, enforcement, rules, and regulations. How can you not have a proper department, police department, with the forensics department to solve crimes and all these things to resolve these issues? Naka bandhis and all, that's old school, mate. Checkpoints, breathalyzers is relatively old, but you need to have them enforced.
Yeah.
You need more police. You need police properly trained. You need enough police with the enough gear and equipment to solve these crimes and stop these crimes from happening. Just protect the public.
Of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Merv Britto Show. We do the show every week, and it's the passion and our opinions that we're expressing. It's nothing to guide you or steer you or miss anything. It's just to make people aware, and we love what we do, and we do this to make more people aware. So if you want to get in touch with us, leave us a like, a share. You like what we do, leave us a like, a share, a comment. Get in touch with us. I'm getting very excited because, we've got a lot of social media handles. I don't know what social media, where you get your social media. Check us out on the web, the Merv Britto Show, or if you want to get in touch with us, call us at
7507-246-246.
It's the eve of. Are we done? I don't want to do any more. I'm happy. Let's enjoy. We'll celebrate Diwali and what's a little bit the last few hours of Narakasur.
Well, Narakasur, it's coming to the main point of the evening, isn't it?
Sangmare.
So Narakasur.
So this is symbolizing the triumph of good over evil, isn't it?
Exactly.
Joanne, as the only non-Indian person here, I want you to explain it to people listening and anybody around the world who want to know what the hell we're talking about. What is Narakasur?
So this is the victory of Lord Krishna.
That's not the Narakasur. That's me.
Hey? Which one? So the symbolism of this is the victory of Lord Krishna over the demon king, Narakasur. So it's symbolizing the triumph of good over evil. So that's why the effigies of Narakasur are paraded through the streets and then they're burnt at dawn.
Yes.
And so obviously people party through the night and stuff like that. We just need to make sure that they're not partying and creating fires around our fiber optic cables.
We'll have a lot of fiber cuts. We'll have a lot of fiber cuts tomorrow, baby.
Will be offline tomorrow morning.
This effigy gets burnt at night, and that brings in Diwali. Hey, is that not right?
Yes, that's right.
Correct.
And
That brings in Diwali.
Yes.
So tomorrow is Diwali, no?
Yes.
Yes.
And that this particular Narakasur apparently in Kurchurim is set to be the biggest of them all. So check them out. They were.
That is massive, man.
What is that? Is that the head?
Yeah, that's the head, just the head.
Joanne,
Wow.
can I tell you? I've taken you out. I took you and your
seen
mom to
loads
see
of
them,
them.
right?
I love to
And the
see
fact
them.
that it is so funny because they go, and these guys are actually doing, this is actual hard work. I hate the kind of people that just buy the stuff and put it together. The old school days of building the Narakasur, where you had paper mache, and you do it from scratch. All this is skill and all, but a lot of the stuff is prefab, bought, whatever the case may be. They burn this effigy at night, but the music and the sound systems they have that are on, people go deaf.
Yeah.
And we have one of the largest ones, one of the loudest ones here in Para, at the Para Circle, but I've heard from a couple of people today that they've got a massive one in Saligao. So this Kurchurim, you'd said to steal the show with giant Narakasur.
Wow.
You know where I see this going in the future?
Where is Kurchurim, eh?
Saturday.
Huh?
Saturday near Madgaon.
Near Margaon, south. Got it. Okay.
So I see this, in Europe, they have these animated by people.
Oh yes.
I think they should go
do.
in that direction. That'll be a lot of fun. What do you think?
Animated.
Animatronic type thing.
What is your thing where you burn the old dude?
What? Guy Fawkes?
Guy Fawkes.
No, we burn Guy Fawkes on 5th of November because he tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament. So we have a bonfire and fireworks.
Look at
and
the
all.
size of this dude, man.
Wow, that's huge. He's got some pecs.
God damn. He's got muscles like me. He's got a belly
this
like
one,
you.
That's
my muscles
you,
like me.
Oh wow, I like that reflecting in the water.
Wrong anatomy.
That's fabulous.
This is
Wow.
what did he say?
He said wrong anatomy, it seems.
Wrong anatomy. Why? Oh, get out of there.
Bicep, where it is bicep?
Dude, the more I listen to you, I start speaking like you.
Anatomy.
Anatomy.
Cute.
This is the only time of the year you get to see these effigies, and I love the fact that these little kiddies have put this together. What is that?
So that is a mishap that happened at the shipyard. Check out some more.
Narakasur? Zale mare. We're going to celebrate Narakasur today.
Damshana boys.
Huh?
Damshana boys. Mulgaon.
Shout out, baby. Damshana boys.
Damshana
Mulgaon
boys.
Bisholi. Are baba, amche burga anga this thing what do they call? I'm promoting. Whoa, this is Taligaon.
Tambadi
The
Mati.
young boys of Tamri Mati, Red Mud.
I like the way they do the competition.
There's a lot of competition, I know.
Yeah.
I like that, yeah.
But this is what Goa is about. Can I just say, this is my own 2 cents, but we've lived in harmony. We've celebrated each other's functions and festivals, and that's what makes this place so special. It's made this space so different as a place we call home. Goa's grown up with Hindus, with Muslims, with Christians living side by side and celebrating all these functions, and I think it's brilliant, and that's something we need to be very, very proud of.
Yeah, absolutely. And it says that basically the significance in Goa, that it's celebrating communities engaging in lively competition and, coming together and celebrating the dawn of Diwali, which is lovely. And that's what you want people to come together. It doesn't mean it has to be anything about your religion. You're just coming together and do something for your community and promoting it as well. My
parents from a very young age taught us to celebrate and respect everybody's culture and festivals and everybody's got, listen, we're all different, but the thing that I love about Goa, and it's always been the case because we've grown up living in houses side by side, let's celebrate what unites us, what brings us together. It's not about the differences in this and that. We're all going to have, we look different. Everybody's going to have differences. Well, what made this place so special is we celebrate the things that unite us, that make us more similar.
So then this leads us to Diwali tomorrow, which is a grand celebration, and this is a fantastic story initiative coming out of Goa. Apparently there are going to be 2,000 boxes of love for soldiers at the borders. Anam Prem Sastana continues its annual tradition of sending Diwali Faral
to the Indian Army.
Oh, that's lovely.
I love that.
That's really lovely.
What is this? Who is it just a name? Somebody's Anam Prem Sanstha.
It must be.
So it's some kind of an organization.
But fantastic.
I love it, dude.
I think you got to remember the people that keep you safe, right?
I said to you during the what was it, Memorial Day, that the people that need the most uplifting are in military that put themselves in the strongest, the toughest, the hardest situations, need more respect and stuff like that. But I think this is such a great gesture, and it happens during Diwali. I wish more people would do stuff like this, and I think it's great.
Absolutely. It was Independence Day when you were celebrating the military.
You thank the people for their service, no?
You actually
They're putting their lives on the line. I don't know what
to be remembered, and also just like will bring a smile to their faces as well. It's lovely.
Absolutely.
I've never heard this organization, but my hat's off to you. The Anam Prem Sanstha. Am I saying it wrong? I can't read it. It's gone. Anam Prem Sanstha.
Yes.
Hats off to you. You guys deserve a lot of respect and a round of applause for doing what you do. Diwali is the festival of lights.
Yeah.
So Narakasur, you burn the effigy tonight. It brings in Diwali. We've got a lot of friends and extended family that are celebrating these functions. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to be safe. if you want to wish anybody, now's the time. You want to wish anybody, I'm gonna take it out to the end.
Yes, we're going to wish everybody a happy Diwali, aren't we?
Happy
Yes.
Diwali, everyone.
Absolutely. And so when are the lighting of the lamps? That's not tomorrow, that's the day
tomorrow
after.
morning.
It's
Tomorrow
in the
morning,
morning.
no?
In
It'll
the
happen tomorrow morning.
Which I think is lovely. That's always really lovely to see all of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of all of us here at the show, on behalf of the Merv Britto Show, we want to wish everybody a very, very happy Diwali. God continue to bless all of you out there with health, with happiness, with prosperity, and long life. This has been a good experience for us. We enjoy doing what we do, and I hope you've enjoyed it too. If you like what we do, show us some love. Like, share, subscribe. Tell people about the show that you can watch every Sunday live from Goa. We are Goans and proud of it, but some of us aren't Goans like you, Joanne. We've got a lot of people that love this place, and we want to highlight the goods and the bads, more of the good, and put people...
Absolutely, and Diwali is all about new beginnings as well. So that would be really lovely, as if we could experience a great new beginning for the year ahead for everybody. Happy, peaceful and prosperous.
To all my extended family out there, all the co-workers, the people that I work for, the people that I work with us, that I work with, my Hindu brother and my extended family, a very, very happy Diwali. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the Merv Britto Show. Take care of yourselves and one another. Celebrate all you can and all you will, but make sure you get home and everybody's safe tonight. It's a tough time and a dangerous night, but happy Diwali. Until next week, take care of yourselves and one another. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out.
Keep safe.